Hello. Let's do a shop tour. Alright, so this is my tiny little workshop. It's 20 by 12 in a single car garage, but I'm able to fit pretty much everything I could need into this shop. Let me show you what I got. Alright, so this is the first corner on the right when you first walk into my shop after you open up the big door. I keep my miter saw over here. It's on wheels on this Craig stand that I got off the side of the road for free. Underneath that, I have my welder with my welding helmets and some backup blades. Over here to the side, I have a rack that my son made for hanging up jackets on, but I usually just hang up some extension cords, and I have them plugged in here to this, so if I need to work in the driveway, because this is a small space, I have an extension cord ready to go that I can just throw right out there. And I have nails hanging off the walls in all different spots, but I know where everything goes. Like I keep my hammers over here. Got this big meat cleaver, also out of the garbage. Alright, so I got my miter saw when you first walk in, and then right after that is this big router table. This one's going to be hard to believe, but this is a jet router table that I also got off the side of the road. I'm a mailman, and there is a gentleman on my route that had put that Craig stand and this router table out front for free. So I jammed both of them into the back of my postal vehicle, and they both worked great for what I needed. On the wall behind it, I have up my posters of the thing and this classic Pabst Blue Ribbon sign, and a sign that my wife made me years ago when I first started doing woodworking out here in the workshop. Moving on, we now have this Delta, what is this thing called? Drill press? I had a stand-up drill press for years, but I used it very rarely, and it was just kind of in my way. It was gigantic, and there was no storage underneath it. So, once again, I got this one for free from an old friend of mine who had it in their basement and just said they weren't using it anymore, and it had all this storage underneath. At first I wasn't sure if I wanted to take it because I already had a drill press, but the storage underneath really sold me on it. I looked it up, and this one is actually from like the 1930s, so it's almost 100 years old. It works great, and the on-off switch is pretty fun. While I'm down here, this little stupid magnet thing is a lifesaver for me if I'm working on something like my lawnmower. It's just a little magnet from Harbor Freight that's a bowl, and you can just throw all your nuts and bolts and stuff in it, and it sticks right to it. If you're anything like me, you lose stuff halfway through a job. So maybe grab one of these from Harbor Freight. I think it was like $2. Onto this thing, which is just full of junk. The top of it is just full of sandpaper, and that's the only drawer in this that actually has all of one thing in it. Lots of stuff I don't have homes for, but I always check this whole bin before I go buy stuff, because there's stuff like, you know, shelf angle things, whatever they're called. So this is kind of like my random catch-all, and I don't know, it works for me. This is my brand new, well, brand new to me, Delta 12-inch planer. So I had a Craftsman one for years. I just gave that away because I got this one also for free. You guys probably hate me right now because I'm saying I got all these things for free. I got one of my favorites ever, Friday the 13th poster back here. Then on the wall, I hang all of these, and they're just separated into little boxes on French cleats. It's just a way that I like to organize some of my stuff. So this is just like hooks and U-bolts, and it can come right off with the French cleat right there. I can take it over to whatever job I'm doing, use it, and then bring it back over, hang it up. I keep my stapler in this one with all the staples, and so on. We got all sorts of stuff. I almost passed right by this. This is nailed to my window right here, or screwed to my window. This guy right here is what started this whole channel. I came out one morning, I drew and cut this guy out, and took it, made it into a logo on the computer, and here we are 3 years later. This is my Grizzly 16-inch bandsaw. This thing really needs a tune-up. I do not use this often because it's kind of wonky. It just needs to be tuned up. I know it's a great bandsaw. This was a hand-me-down from my friend Joel. Hey Joel, thanks so much for this. And when he gave me this one, I gave away my older one, and he got a new one, so it all worked out. I haven't been this excited about a new tool in a very, very long time. It is an Atlas 6-inch joiner. I had just recently picked up that one that was a Woolworth joiner. I don't know if you saw my short about that. It worked great and it was fine, I liked it, but this one is incredible. The cuts are so smooth, it's so quiet. I love this thing so much. I believe this joiner is from the 1940s, I could be wrong, maybe 50s. And it's got a little tray on one side that catches all the wood chips and they all fall into a nice little pile, which is very convenient for cleaning. So that's all the big tools on this one wall. This wall has worked out really well for me. It's got all the tools I could pretty much need to get a lot of jobs done, especially since I have a table saw right behind me that we will get to in 1 second. Also up here I have a spot to just charge my batteries for my drills and my little palm sander. Just some squares, a knife, a little Japanese pole saw, and of course an old TV, because if you know me, you know I love watching VHS tapes while I'm out here in the shop. And all my levels just hang right here on that same wall. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that this back wall was completely full of VHS tapes at one point, and I'll tell you, I loved it, but the sawdust was really starting to destroy them all, and I didn't want to ruin them. So I brought them inside until I can get an official spot for all of them to go. As of right now, it's just storage for anything really. And then down below, this little bench right here opens up and there's other hand tools in there. Just some random stuff in here like old tool bags and some casters that I got from the side of the road. A paint tray, there's a metal cutting bandsaw handheld in there, you know, paper cutter. Up here, there's just a little latch. I can flip it down, open this up. I've got a biscuit joiner, there's a reciprocating saw back there, an old palm sander, circular saw, a fan, just some random junk. This used to be a lot more full, but I've got other ways of storing things these days, so I put less in here. Up on top is just a bucket of hinges. There's some leather working tools up there that I haven't gotten into using yet. It's something my mom does. She makes leather journals, so I asked her for some tools for Christmas one year, because I'd like to eventually try some of that, but I haven't yet. Now, since we're up here, let me show you the last thing that I got from that guy on my route, which is so incredible, and I was so grateful to have. This right here is a jet air filter, the last thing that I got from the gentleman on my route, and it's incredible. I am so happy to have this. It's just a fan with a filter inside of it, and it sucks all the dust out of your shop if you're doing something like sanding or anything like that. And it has this little handy remote too, so I don't even have to climb up there to turn it on. Just on, off with the remote, fan speed, and how long you want to have it on. Works great. If you've watched my old videos, inside here is an old TV. This top flips up and you can take the front right off of it. There's a VCR in there. I used to have friends over in my shop to watch movies, back when it was a little more hangout friendly, I guess. Couple of little table saw jigs. My track saw track over here. And that's about it. This is my little workbench. I can wheel it out into the middle of the room if I want to. It's got wheels on the bottom. It's one of these food grade kitchen carts or whatever underneath. I got this off the side of the road too, and then just put a plywood top on the top. And this plywood top is just screwed down in. I can replace it whenever I need to. Behind it, I've just got all my spots for screwdrivers and little hand tools. On the wall are safety glasses and nail guns and stuff like that. If you see one of these steel kitchen things on the side of the road, or you have the money to buy one, it really worked out well for me. It's easy to roll around. It's got locking wheels if you need to lock it. Oh, and up above this I have that PVC clip that I installed years ago that I can just hang my camera off of and point straight down at this workbench if I need to. This weird thing is just off an old TV, so you could swing it out from your wall if you were watching TV, but I use it to put right there, and then I just put a light on it for when I'm sitting right here and doing my voiceovers. Down here, tucked away in the corner, is my air compressor with this hose all wrapped up. I used to have one of those retractable hoses, and it was way better, but they're like $60, and the last one I had I accidentally cut in half with my circular saw. And this little shelf right here is where I keep my hand tools that I use most often. I've got my track saw there, router, my angle grinder, reciprocating saw, jigsaw. Alright, and here is my rigid table saw. I love this saw. It's worked really well for me for a long time. I could probably use a new one because I really didn't take great care of this thing. but it's still working, it's still functioning, and I'm really happy with the cuts it makes. The cuts are straight and pretty accurate. So, and it's a large enough top to run plywood through or anything else I might need. And down here I got this little Craftsman rolling toolbox. I use this for all of the tools that I use basically with like my lawnmower for the most part. I recently moved all my wrenches over there, but all the socket sets and stuff like that are in here. Behind that is a walkout door to the outside that I rarely use because there's almost always some sort of junk in front of it. And that's my entire workshop right there. I'm going to bring you over now to see my barn, which I'm sure you're going to wonder why don't I just make the barn into my workshop. But we host a lot of parties out here in the barn, and we're really hoping to someday make it into a living space. As a matter of fact, the more views I can get on these videos, the closer I come to getting that done. So hit subscribe and share this video. This is a huge barn. I think it's 30 by 30. We just had our Halloween party out here, so there's a lot going on, and it's not that neat and clean, but I just wanted to show you, this is where I keep a radial arm saw because I rarely use it, but it's nice to have. I put it out here in the barn, and when we have things like parties, I can take it and move it into my workshop. It's on wheels. I also keep this Shop Fox drum sander out here. This is another tool I don't use too often, but when I do need it, it is so nice to have. And behind that is my old drill press that I'm going to be giving to my friend Tom, and he just hasn't come to pick up yet, so I threw it in here. And I have my big glue up work table in the back there that I made a video for years ago. So those are the few tools I keep in here for the winter because, like I said, I rarely use them, but they are nice to have when I need them. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
Bye, see you again, and have a good dream.